All right, Congressman. First of all, in a general sense, what do you make of the flurry of executive orders on President Trump's first day?
Well, I think it's a real missed opportunity on the part of President Trump. He could have used this time to unite the country and to lay out an economic agenda that would lower costs and strengthen the economy. But instead, he does what Donald Trump often does, which is focus on culture wars and dividing people and exacting retribution against his opponents. There were, I counted it, well over 100 executive orders and actions that President Trump took yesterday. They ranged from things like making it easier for companies to pollute the environment, making it easier for wealthy people to cheat on their taxes by reducing enforcement, making it harder for LGBTQ Americans to avoid discrimination. And of course, he pardoned over 1,500 violent criminals who attacked police officers. This is not the way to start a new presidency. You know, the way to start a new presidency is to unite people and to lay out a proactive economic agenda, not to further divide people, which unfortunately seems to be what President Trump is determined to do.
Yeah, focusing on the January 6th pardons, is that any surprise, though? I mean, he's called them hostages all along, or do you think could there have been any room to differentiate between people who were just there walking around and people who were involved in physical violence?
Well, President Trump broke his word to the American people on this. He said, and J.D. Vance said, and other Republican leaders said, that each case would be looked at on a case-by-case basis. And that is not what President Trump did. He pardoned or commuted everyone who was there that day, including those who violently attacked police officers, who used weapons like baseball bats and chemicals like bear spray, who broke the bones of police officers, who gave police officers concussions, all to try to stop votes from being counted. President Trump did not take a case-by-case approach. He pardoned and released every single violent individual who was there that day. That is a breach of trust. It's an exercise of extremely poor judgment, but it also sends the wrong message. It sends the message to the American people that you can attack police officers, you can commit acts of violence, and as long as you are waving a MAGA flag while you do it, Donald Trump might give you a get-out-of-jail-free card. And that is the wrong message to send to people. It's the wrong set of incentives to present to the American people. And it's truly a cataclysmic event.
And apart from you saying, as you said, he said before that he would take it case by case and potentially the violent offenders wouldn't be involved in that. But when you take all of his executive orders lumped together, would you say there were any surprises, or is this just what a majority of Americans voted for when they voted for him? And so he thinks he has a mandate to do this.
Americans voted for lower prices and a strong economy. They did not vote for releasing violent criminals who attacked police officers. They did not vote for looser enforcement to allow billionaires to pay less taxes. They did not vote for looser environmental regulations. Those were not issues that were discussed at all during the campaign for the most part. And so the American people want us to focus on the economy and improving quality of life. They don't want more division. And these executive orders that Donald Trump signed, for the most part, are executive orders designed to divide Americans against each other when people desperately want to be unified.
Congressman, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Brian.